Welcome back to the channel. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather today. I got a little cough, but my bags, our bags are ripping, dude. It's green across the board. It looks, dare I say, it smells like altcoin season around the corner. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin dominance today, and we're going to have a macro look at the entire market. So let's begin. Coin dominance is at 60. The RSI is extremely oversold, but that doesn't mean that it can't stay there. It could be oversold for a very, very long time. We're going to go back in history, guys. Yeah. And we're going to look to your favorite cycle. Probably most of you have been around here. You all came into crypto around here, and most of you stayed after that. So what happened was we had a period where Bitcoin dominance came down. It hit around 16.92 on the RSI metric. And as you can see over here today, it's at 11. This is the biggest drop we've seen the entire year. This is the most healthiest I've ever seen the market. This drop from here to here was around 8%. Drop from here to here was around 11%. This one was the biggest drop. This was AI Mania. This one is the second biggest drop. However, in the RSI, it's the biggest we've seen the entire cycle. Dare I say, even the previous cycle didn't have a drop as big as this on the RSI. So there are two questions right here. Who's trapped? Are we trapped, crypto holders, or are Bitcoin maxis trapped? Someone's trapped here. Someone is trapped. I'm going to give you the bull case and the bear case. The bull case is that we are doing something similar to here. Okay, that's a very, very good sign. Bitcoin dominance dropped a massive 32%. That's huge. That's a huge epic crash. And it lasted for around a month and a half. If we extrapolate from the top and see Bitcoin dominance go down 32%, that will get us to around 44%. And this could continue to be oversold for a very long time. Until around a month and a half, we could see something like that, a cascading effect. Now, altcoins, they rally in two stages. They have one rally and then they have a second rally. The first rally, Bitcoin dominance peaked all the way to around 72. Okay, and then it headed back down all the way to 40%. The price was around, at the previous all-time high was around $20,000 US, and then it went all the way up and broke its previous all-time high of $20,000 US, and then got to $40,000 US. We had a slight dip. With that slight dip, Bitcoin dominance hurdled all the way down here. ADA and ETH had a massive run. Okay, and it was during this part of the cycle when the RSI was extremely undersold. And then we had a second rally for altcoins, which was Ethereum and ADA. However, there were other coins that didn't even have a rally. For example, remember Theta? During this period, when Bitcoin dominance was at 72, we went all the way to 40. It was Theta that only had one massive parabolic run. It didn't have a second rally. There are going to be coins that won't have a second rally. Theta had a small rally, but that's all she rode at the end of the day and continued to make lower lows and lower lows. This is Ethereum divided by gold. Ethereum leads altcoin season. We are practically over here. Same thing happened in history. We are right over here. We literally broken out. Same thing played out here against gold. We broke out. We're going to see some consolidation and then a further breakout. Altcoin season starts here. Now remember, altcoin season is around 80 days. The first 50 days is a slow upwards trajectory, and then the last 50 days is massive parabolic pumps. Now, what's happening right now is Ethereum's heading to the yearly open right over here. We're going to consolidate just as we did against gold, and then finally make a parabolic run to here. Altcoin season starts right over here. Then we head to this area right over here where it's altcoin season, lasting roughly between 50 to 80 days. I'll go into further details on my next show. This is the fractal I used from the previous summer, and I was anticipating for it to go up higher. However, it has deviated quite a bit. So there is an underlying question: who's trapped? Who's really trapped? Are the Bitcoin maxis trapped, or are the crypto holders trapped? And we're going to find out via the FOMC meeting. The FOMC meeting is happening in 9 days. We have a 95% chance that in September they're going to hold. Now, the bullish case is that they stop quantitative tightening. However, there is a caveat. If Powell continues on with his extremely hawkish stance, then crypto holders are going to be the ones that are trapped. And we could see new lower lows for altcoins. So everything, ladies and gentlemen, lies in the FOMC meeting. Everyone's very, very clear and can read the room that Trump wants to get rid of this individual. He's really, really desperate in getting rid of this guy. And I'm on the same camp as him. I really want this guy to be gone. He should have cut interest rates a long, long time ago. The Fed, in my opinion, follow the bond market. Wherever they decide goes. And currently, they're saying that interest rates should continue being held. So Powell has no other choice but to continue holding interest rates. That's the biggest problem that we have. Markets are looking extremely healthy, extremely good. So why would he want to cut interest rates? Whereas Trump wants to pump our bags to the moon, and his bags as well to the moon. He wants everything to pump basically, and he wants to get rid of this person. So it is what it is. That's the situation we live in now. But the most important macro index that we should all use is the PMI, the purchasing index. So what on earth is PMI? PMI is an economic indicator comprised of monthly reports and surveys from private sector manufacturing firms. This indicator is an indicator from product managers, who are the individuals that buy the materials needed for a company to manufacture its products. A PMI reading over 50 or 50% is an indication of expansion. A PMI indicator reading of below 50 is a reading of contraction. So you have expansion and contraction, guys. In layman terms, it just means if you are a manufacturer of a product, you try to anticipate the demand, and if you think the economy is good via the S&P 500, or the economy or GDP is going down, you contract your supply. This is the chart right here, and this is the longest ever we've been under 50. The longest, guys, the longest. It's a fair representation of the altcoin market. You have to remember, who is the marginal buyer? It's the people next to you. At your workplace, on your commute to work, on your drive to work, going to the gym, people around you are the ones that are the marginal buyers, guys. Ethereum, Bitcoin, the marginal buyers are institutions. That's why 90% or 99% of you don't hold any Bitcoin or ETH, or substantial amounts of Bitcoin or ETH. The vast majority hold altcoins. Now, altcoins is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It means that institutions haven't stepped in yet. So they're going to step in. They're going to look at some of these altcoins, and we're going to see a PMI reading of 65. That was literally the last bull run where we had a massive bull run. The economy was fruitful. Everyone was working. People were doing amazingly well. You can reminisce and go back to 2019, 2020, and 2021. We were getting free money, furlough, helicopter money, etc., etc. Now it's happening all over again. Guys, one thing I can promise you, greed is real. In every market, in every world, in any planet, in any part of the country, in any language, that emotion will always be there. Always. People are going to get more disposable income. They're going to think the economy is doing amazingly well. And the projection is that in 2026, we're going to head to 60 on the PMI, 60. So what happens to altcoins? We clearly get an altcoin rally, or ideally an altcoin season. Now, this is an indicator. I kind of like this indicator. It pretty much tells you when to sell. Now, when the PMI reading gets to this area right over here, that's probably the best time to get out of altcoins. Again, right over here, and again over here, the best time to get out of altcoins and rotate into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only two that really matter. If someone put a gun to my head and said to me, pick two coins that you will hold for the next 10 years, I'd pick happily Bitcoin and Ethereum and altcoin era. So smash that like button and subscribe. The ETH Bitcoin pair is heading up higher, guys. Massive reversal from when I said to buy, guys. Massive, huge reversal. And we're never ever going to see prices that low ever again. You can bookmark this, you can save this, you can do whatever you want. Any of the short-term holders are in profits, and if they hold and stake, they're going to make substantial gains. Ethereum is doing swimmingly well. It's outperforming majority of altcoins. And just to show you how much, we had the very bottom where I called the absolute bottom. Since then, it's gone up a massive 170%. This is the yearly bottom of Solana. At the very wick to the top, it went up 100%. ADA, the yearly lows marked here, this black line over here. Yearly lows till now, it's gone up 78%. BNB, yearly lows, this black line right over here, ladies and gentlemen. From here all the way to here, went up 55%. XRP should be outperforming Bitcoin, shouldn't it? It's gone up 125%. Yet Ethereum, with a larger cap, is outperforming XRP. From the very bottom to the top, 118% for Dodge. AVAX, yearly bottom. This black line right over here is the yearly bottom from peak to trough. That's 79%. We can keep going. DOT, yearly bottom. We had a fake out, now continued to go up higher. Yearly bottom till here, it's gone up 53%. Link, same thing applies. A mere 80%, I'm guessing. 97%. Stacks, same thing. Let's have a look at total. The total market cap, the entire total market cap has gone up quite a bit. Made an all-time new high, and now we're making yearly highs, indicated by this red line. Total 2, almost about to break its yearly highs, guys. We're almost about to break the previous yearly high of around 6.6% to go. Then total 3, almost about to break yearly highs, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost about to break every single yearly high. And this is a great indication of an altcoin season. Is this an altcoin rally or an altcoin season? We're going to find out. Total market cap dominance has gone above its SMAs, all of its bull market support bands. This is a good sign. I want to show you on the monthly how devastating it was for us in crypto. It was absolutely devastating. We had 7 red candles. Red candles. This literally felt like a lifetime. And now we've managed to make a huge monthly green candle. This is what we want to see. This is great news. So we're going to find out, are we trapped? Who's trapped? Are the Bitcoin maxis trapped? Or the crypto bros, are they trapped? The FOMC meeting is happening in 9 days. If this scumbag does not cut, if this guy does not stop quantitative tightening, I'm going to go speak to him myself. I'm going to go right up to him and say, Mr. Powell, you need to get fired. You really need to get fired. You need to get out of it. The economy is doing well. Everything's doing well. The S&P 500 is doing well. The economy is doing well. We're booming. Just stop with the quantitative tightening, and then we'll see our bags really go up. Right now, it's just simply old money entering back into these positions. I'll show you on the social metric. Social metrics haven't really gone up. You have a few of them, they're still down. The last time it was up was last year. Massive. This is the most important. New weekly subscribers, okay, on YouTube still hasn't gone up, guys. And yeah, the list keeps going on and on, even though the volume of tweets have increased, guys. Yet the search terms, the views are still down. It's just basically old money entering the space, just crypto natives primarily just running back. This is the search terms for stable coins. All of TradFi and the boomers have realized, what? There's a stable coin that you could get yield from, and it's built on Ethereum? What? Huh? And yeah, this is massive worldwide searches. It was non-existent, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're at much higher searches. This is the main event. I know some of you don't want to hear this. This is the more realistic view, okay? We normally have massive pumps, yeah, followed by rejections. We have massive pumps followed by rejections, massive pumps followed by rejections. This is Bitcoin divided by USDT. Let me get rid of all of this just to make it easier for the normal regular folk. All right, let me get rid of all of this. Let me put in this and you'll be able to see it better. These are the yearly closes for the previous year, yearly opens for the past year. Okay, so what you can see here is that clearly we had a massive bounce. This is just a derivative of Bitcoin dominance. Whenever you see this, it's just simply a derivative. RSIs are highly extended. We normally have these happen time and time again. We have fake outs followed by more fake outs followed by more further fake outs. So if history is any indication, guys, we're going to see this come down again. I've saved the best till last. The red line is Axie Infinity. The purple line is Bitcoin dominance. What do you notice? If you look very closely, Axie Infinity came out a few weeks before Bitcoin dominance peaked at 70%. This could be possibly the peak, or we could head to 70. Irrespective of that, we're near the tail end of the cycle. There are going to be coins, ladies and gentlemen, that come out, and exchanges, CZ, Binance, KuCoin, Coinbase, market makers are going to push the living hell and pump the hell out of certain coins. There's going to be a coin that rules them all and bring in the masses. Axie Infinity from the very bottom to the very top went up a massive 120,000%. That's 1,000 200%. Imagine if you put $1,000 times by 1,200. Let's say you picked up this coin around here. You still have a massive 179x. Let's say you picked it up from here. That's still a massive 3x. There are going to be coins, ladies and gentlemen, out here that are going to pump ridiculously. I gave you Altcoin at 2 million market cap. It's the most successful coin in this whole cycle. Join our private members and I'll give you some alpha, some edge in the market. Or you can continue sitting on some of these coins that may unfortunately never ever pump again. There's something called opportunity cost and sunk cost fallacy. I'll see you on the next one, guys. I wish you all health, wealth, and blessings. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Peace.